Alright, so we're gonna show you how to download the Brooke and Jubal work parts segments from our FTP server. We're going to do a couple different methods. The first method is using Windows Explorer, the most common method. Since this is a daily operation, we would actually recommend using an FTP client software, but we'll get to that in a second. But first, we're using this little manila folder looking guy to open up Windows Explorer. Up here in the address bar, we're going to type in ftp.premiere-networks.com. You're going to see a pop-up screen. This is where you're going to enter the username and password you were given in the email from our FTP department. For today, we're going to use the trial account. And you do have an option of saving your password. However, we don't recommend it because if you do, that's a temporary file that would not allow any other account access to this FTP server. It's your choice. So log on. We're going to browse to the Brooke and Jubal folder. And under normal circumstances, you would find the folder with your call letters in there. But today, since we're using the trial account, we're just going to browse into the MP3 directory. And I'm going to sort by details here, and then I'm going to sort by date modified. And you see that all of the work parts for the Hot AC version are listed like so. You will always have BRJUB, the date range, the version, either Hot AC or CHR, and then the hour number and segment number identifier .mp3. This naming sequence is consistent, so if you did need to script it, you could do so. And then you would just simply highlight all of the files for a given day. I like to hold down the control key and hit C for copy. I'm going to open up another window. I'm going to browse to C:temp, and I'm just going to put them in here and paste. Now those are locally available. And if we were to do so with an FTP client, here's a free version that we recommend using. It's called FileZilla. You can get it at www.filezilla-project.org. This is the client version. The quickest method is by using this quote-unquote quick connect bar. Again, we're entering in the FTP address and the username and the password, and we're hitting enter. Now on the right hand side, it shows me the FTP server folders. Brooke and Jubal. Again, like we mentioned earlier, if you were a station using your station call letters as your username, you would find your station folder. Today we're going to MP3, and just for a different example, we're going to use the CHR files now from yesterday for today, and I can, now that I've highlighted them, I can hold down the control key and drag them down into the queue, or I can go ahead and drag them over to my local folder, which is, you see, the C:temp that we used earlier. Now if I bring that folder up, I see that I have the CHR folders and the Hot AC folders. And that's how you download or connect to and download work parts for Brooke and Jubal from our FTP server. Now, one of the things you could also do is create a shortcut and map the location on your local disk. So we're going to go to Tools, and we don't want to map a network drive. We want to add a new, we want a network location. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to leave that up. Okay. So let's go to Layout and Navigation. I'm going to highlight my PC, right click and go to Add a Network Location. I'm going to go to Next, choose a custom next, and here I'm going to enter in the FTP address, but in this case I'm going to go ahead and use what we call the embedded link that has the username and password included, so that when I go back to this shortcut that we're going to create, I don't have to enter that information every time. I go to next, Brooke and Jubal FTP. I go to next, and I'm going to finish, and you see that it automatically creates a network down here location for me that I can now right click, send to desktop, and if I close this and if I close that, I go right here to my desktop, and if I were to double click on my shortcut, it's going to take me right into the Brooke and Jubal FTP folder that I asked it to. And that's it.